Excellent. In that case, let's get on with it then. It's War for the Overworld, the Longplay. We've cleared what I can only assume have been the tutorial missions, because they've been very, very easy. So let's continue on with level 5.
It's time to kill 2 dwarfs with 1 stone. The miserable midgets of the Dwarven Guard have bested Raskos and sent him back to his own realm, where a counter-assault to our own war has been launched. They're sure to send hundreds of their own to crash against your dungeon walls. Make bloody waves, then follow Raskos to his own domain.
Not gonna lie, I can't remember who Raskos is. Is he our fellow dungeon keeper? I don't know. It's probably not important. Let's carry on. As long as I can build up a base and slaughter people, you can't go much wrong with a game like this. Or so I hope. I had very high initial impressions of the game, but maybe it's just because these early levels have been really limited or easy. I'm hoping for a bit more.
Raskos has been forced back to his realm by the Dwarven allies of the Empire. Fortunately for you, his dungeon remains relatively intact. By claiming his dungeon core, you will be given control of all that he once owned. In the meantime, I'll learn more of the situation within his own realm.
Right, so he was a fellow dungeon keeper. See if I can remember anything about how this works. That's the problem with picking up and putting down a game as much as I do. Okay. Well, at least I can mine out a whole bunch of this stuff and have it for myself. I want that money if nothing else.
You've discovered a gold shrine.
Should hope so. So how many of my little worker guys do I actually have? Is it 5? Probably 5. I always want more. So summon them. Quite like the mana system here. See, in Dungeon Keeper everything was just gold. And if it wasn't, well, anything that needed a resource, it used gold for it. It's quite nice to have something a bit different.
Your vaults cannot store any more gold.
Oh, that's quite alright. Hopefully I don't need to make much of an offense just yet, though, before I claim this guy's place as my own. For the longest time I didn't realise just what use walls were in the original Dungeon Keeper in terms of efficiency. That kind of stuff wasn't very clear, and took forever and a half for the tiny tooltips to explain things to you. Here, though, I wonder if it's the same. Surely. No wood economy in this game. Although any game with a wood economy, the wood economy is of vital importance. You know what, I'm wondering if these walls are just going to be a waste of time. One other thing about this game is that you tend to need rooms of a certain size for them to work even to begin with. So walls are likely going to be a problem.
Your dungeon. Attracted by the reagents of your alchemy lab, these gnarling kin will spend most of their time concocting viscous brews and tinkering about your cauldrons.
I have a cauldron.
Get your arse out there and scout out these invaders and make it snappy.
Tell you what, I was a huge fan of the beasts, so let's get ourselves a lovely big beast den.
Some of his walls were destroyed in the attack, but you can use replacement earth to patch them up. Cast it now to fix the breach. The sanctuary will allow you to channel rituals of devastating power. This eldritch ritual taps into the thread of power that remains within a vanquished dungeon core. This nebulous thread can be followed back to its source, allowing you to enter the realm of the Underlord who created it. Begin channeling the ritual now.
We'll do just that.
Raskos' realm and repel the Empire forces that assail him. Open the ritual panel and select the shifting bond ritual to begin channeling it.
An evil force rears to strike at us. Ready yourselves, lads.
What?
It seems they left a dwarven rearguard, but you should be able to quash their attacks. Raskos's alchemy lab has a few brewed potions remaining within it. Grab a quick freeze potion and drop it upon these invading midgets.
Now hold your horses there, I've still got some walls to bring back.
Of the mind. If it encounters an enemy, it will assault their senses, stunning them in their tracks. Outside of battle, it will scout the underworld, clearing the fog of war as it goes. The Skarg is a ferocious beast, an all-rounder that will earn its keep in offensive or defensive roles. Notably, it can regenerate after a skirmish, lending it excellent endurance. A skilled underlord learns to manage and group their minions effectively. You can place minions into balanced parties using warbands. To create a warband, click the
I think this is one of my problems with the game.
Then select
It's
any
like
units you wish to add by clicking
the
on
timing of all this
gun
information coming
within
in
the
seems a
unit
little
panel.
off.
You can add or remove minions at any time by using the plus and minus buttons within each warband. You can rally all minions assigned to a warband by placing their numbered flag upon the ground.
Right, let's just slow down there a bit. We'll get our walls up so I can start tinkering with things a bit more rather than going 100 miles an hour there. That's the potion that he wanted me to quick freeze.
Quick freeze will completely freeze a small area. All units caught in the effect, including your own, will take a small amount of damage and be frozen for the duration. Ember demons will be snuffed out entirely, respawning back at their ember rifts after a short delay.
Right, to right-click that one away. Bad idea. Oh, I'm gonna want that. Instantly reinforces, right? So that should... Ah, crumbs, in they come.
Your minions have entered battle. A crackpot has entered your dungeon.
Here I am, just trying to make some nice defenses.
A Skarg has entered your dungeon.
These things dare to crawl in.
Replacement Earth complete. Well done, Underlord. Now continue to build defenses and brew potions to use against these rancid dwarfs. While the dwarves have a nearly inexhaustible army, it will take time for them to bring to bear their more experienced soldiers.
Rally forth and attack. Let's spank these wretches back to the ether.
There we go, I'll certainly want that gold shrine active so we can mine more out of that. And have a healthy place to put the dosh. I also want to get that tavern operational. There we go, zoom out a bit. There's your tavern.
An Oculus has entered your dungeon.
Very nice being able to build up walls, though. That was one of the things in Dungeon Keeper. You lose your walls, and there's no bringing that back. And of course there was magic to do that too. To remove them, that is. The narrator is Peppa Pig's dad, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong, but I'm probably not. What's this thing again? The lecterns? Probably a whole host of things I want. Something about this just feels less spacious. Oh, it's a tiny little pig pen over there. That's much too small to be of use for anybody, surely? Lair. Right, I no doubt severely lack lair space here. And put it back here, I'm sure.
Quick dreams.
There you go.
Your minions are in combat.
They are? Hang on, I've suddenly realized I'm not actually on my War for the Overworld scene. There we go. Ah, right, they probably wandered out, and there we go. Probably having a hard time out there. Ah, I'll leave them be. They seem to know what they're doing. Right, lack of gold. Feeling like a big problem for me. I don't like being short on moolah. Brings back bad memories. Memories of selling my copy of Terranigma just to pay the rent. Oof. Never again.
Shove you and your black magic, you bloated dingleberry.
Let's hope your vault is brimming, Underlord.
It is not. It's really not brimming. I should probably go and actually mine out some of this gold then. Shouldn't be a problem in just mining out damn near everything there.
Your creatures are in combat.
There we go. That brought back some dosh, and it's just these very throwaway monsters, so I'm pretty happy for them just to be out tanking hits and harassing the enemy for me. Makes a nice change. Normally in these kinds of games, you're the one inundated with harassment. After playing so much RimWorld, seeing Jake mine out such wide spaces with no roof or supports makes me nervous. Yeah, thankfully I don't need pillars around here. If I did, this would be a different story. Story of my poor guys getting crushed, no doubt. Some foundries? Yeah, I could start
One
out
of
with
your
that.
minions has discovered a ghost in an unearthed shell.
Ghost, you say? There we go. Lovely influx of gold, although I imagine being limited to just the gold shrine makes the income very slow. Also, wasn't I meant to be moving my dungeon heart over here? It's one of the things I was working on with this, right? Activate to transport your dungeon core to another realm. Oh, there, every flavor of dead.
The Empire's warden is a dwarven warrior, as stubborn at taking damage as the metal he hammers in the foundry. The Empire's vanguard is an elite dwarven warrior. Stronger than you might expect, given his size. It must be all that elbow grease he puts in the foundry. The Empire's fire breather does what his name suggests, igniting ale at close range to incinerate your minions. Having mastered his chemical abilities in the alchemy lab, he's also highly resistant to fire.
I get all that money. I'm hardly complaining, but
A Chunda has entered your dungeon.
where did it come from?
Oculus lost.
It's alright. They're meant to be lost. There we go. So the Chunders pound away, and they'll make me some traps, which I...
walls are under attack.
That's what I was waiting for. So they do, and can, break through. Excellent. You guys get to work there. The more throwaway ones take the front and center. Oh, you guys are untrained entirely. Well, no better way to learn.
Your
What are
minions
these?
are under attack.
What are these guys doing? Are they actually helping in the fight? Or are they only wishing that they could be casting fireballs and things? Hard to tell. Very hard to tell. But I'm all but certain I need a lot more training being done by my
Your
monsters.
minions fight the enemy.
In particular, I want these cultists to be a whole lot better at what they do.
Why won't you bleed? Death comes.
Throwing my money away here.
Behold my evil.
Instantly
Your minions
completes
are
all
under attack.
defenses.
Oculus lost.
There we go. I don't mind losing the wee scrubs. They go out there and just take these fights for me.
Your dungeon.
They're gonna just belch all over this guy for me. You need cultists to advance your ritual for moving the core. Oh, the cultists over here doing this.
Lost.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense.
Your minions are under attack. Chunder lost.
In this case, since they seem to be coming in here, seems like a pretty good place to have some bombards set up. There we go. Get that set up. Although in that case, it might be nice to limit their access in. There we go. Very clever.
Your blade lotus is under attack.
Ah, it'll be fine. It's there to take the attacks.
The enemy has breached your dungeon.
Ah,
Bombard complete. Your minions fight the enemy.
easy money. Now let's try dooring that up instead, since they seem to want to come in that way. Oh, right, I've got this whole shopping list of things to do here.
Your
Build
bombard is
defenses.
under attack.
I mean, I could be doing that.
Wooden door complete.
Wonder if that counts as another defense.
Your dungeon walls are under attack.
Okay, enough of this nonsense. Let's do the best defense, which is a good offense.
All right, a proper bloody rough up. Let's show them what true dwarves can do.
The true dwarf fallacy. Oh, he does like setting me on fire, though.
Your minions are being attacked.
There we go. Let's take out his
Lost.
his traps
Your
then.
wooden door has been destroyed.
In they come. They get shot and slaughtered. Oh wow, their trap was pretty good though. Ground down all of my guys. Can you grind down these as well though?
Blade lotus is under attack.
That's what I thought.
Your bombard has been destroyed. Your minions are fighting the enemy. Skarg lost.
Use ranged units on traps. It's all too chaotic to think. Just throw them all in, the strong will survive. Or to put it another way, treat it like Baron treats Baronauts. There we go. We'll take care of that quite nicely.
Your minions have entered battle.
And they're still hanging around enough to take care of the few ones that come out there. I'm definitely going to be ill-equipped for when I need to use some actual level of thinking on this.
Your blade lotus is under attack.
What's this all about? Ah, so they are just going to keep on coming in from this. That could be a problem for me.
Replacement Earth complete. Time
So let's
to pay
take care
your
of it.
minions, Underlord.
Nonsense, they can pay me by fighting.
Skarg lost.
There we go, folks. You don't want to live forever. Yeah, the hero gates are indestructible in Dungeon Keeper, and that seems very destructible.
Of your enemies.
I can't be the only one thinking this map feels tiny. I do hope they get a whole lot bigger.
Chanda is unhappy because it hasn't been paid.
Well, once they're done fighting this, they can go back and get their money. Actually, I should be able to very quickly deal with that, can't I?
Your minions have engaged the enemy.
There, go and take your stupid money.
Is unhappy because it has been slapped.
What a pity. Yeah, these are some disgracefully low-leveled creatures on my end, but
A cultist is unhappy because it hasn't been paid.
quantity seems to have its own quality around here.
Oculus lost. Well done, Underlord. That should give you a bit of a reprieve from their assault.
I'd rather have this entire corner dealt with so that my enemy will be shoved only into one corner of the whole map.
Your minions are fighting the enemy. A cultist is unhappy because it hasn't been paid. Your blade lotus is under attack.
Can I grab all of the unhappy ones, put them here, and then hopefully they go and get their money? I'm assuming the bottom ones were the least happy ones. Oh, maybe they're going for that regardless, right? So they won't get their money, they're going straight for the...
Your minions are fighting the enemy.
Well, at least he took his money. There we go, go and grab it up. My hard-earned dosh. Where's the next gate, though? He doesn't know. There we go, cultists, you go and deal with that. I'm sure you're fine enough at it.
A Skarg is unhappy because it is tired. Your minions are under attack. Oculus lost.
Having fun, Jake asks Kroben. Well, I'm not playing that Niflheim game anymore, so... by comparison, everything's going to be a whole lot more fun. Oh, this sounds good.
Minion is unhappy.
Give me that.
Slept late. Gnarling lost. Your minions have engaged the enemy.
Looks like the enemy's gonna have a hard time getting to me now, since I've got him on the run.
Chandler lost.
I might lose a few monsters along the way. Hell, I might even lose rather a lot of them, but that's okay. Not gonna worry about every little egg as I make this omelette. I also think you get a whole lot more experience from battle than you ever did in Dungeon Keeper 1. Dungeon Keeper 1, unless you were using the flame spell, you just did not. Oh, level 10s. Oh, okay, this might be a little different. In a very bad way. You got one of those icy potions.
Are being wiped out.
Oh, well, they are
Is unhappy because it is
not gonna manage that.
minions are falling in battle.
Oh yeah, level 10s and 9s are going to eradicate me. Let's
Your minions are being wiped out. Your minions are under attack.
let's have a very thoughtful pullback here.
One of your minions is angry because it hasn't been paid.
And go and take your money. As for me though, I should make sure that I'm not heading that way.
Your bombard is under attack.
Hopefully not by one of those
Your
level
minions
10s.
have
Okay,
engaged the
thankfully
enemy.
not. Jing's just imagining that. That would be a rough one. What are they even doing here? They're trying to get through that. Don't do that. Make that door so
Your
that
minions are fighting the enemy.
Make that door so I can stop people from going there. I forget how I use these things again.
Gnarling lost.
Ah, perhaps.
A Chunder is unhappy because it is tired. Artifact activated.
Yeah, I didn't have space for another
Your
artifact. That was
minions
my
are under
problem.
attack. Oculus lost.
Okay, what I thought was pretty advantageous for me has become something of a
All
big
defense
problem.
blueprints.
And there we go, we've got the door up. So I can say no entry. I said no, no,
A Chunder is unhappy because it is tired.
no entry
Your
there.
minions are fighting the enemy. Quick freeze ready.
Ooh, it's got rougher than it had to get. Okay, I need to train up my creatures a lot more than they were before then. But money is not a problem, that's worth
Replacement
remembering.
Earth complete.
Keep that locked off for now.
Quick freeze ready.
Still got my wee trap things here, although I think I will add some bombard here, since they do like to come in anyway. Ooh, plenty of them coming on in. Where's our instantly complete our
Your wooden
thingamajiggers?
door is under attack.
I get that, I get that.
Bombard complete. Artifact activated. Your dungeon walls are being excavated. Your defenses are being assembled.
A lot of things I want to check out at once, but currently under attack here. You go and deal with that, whilst I look at my sins. Enrage? Nah, I don't like one-off things like that. A mighty door,
Door has been
yes.
destroyed. Portcullis unlocked. You have
Rampart.
discovered a gateway.
Sure.
Your minions are under attack. Rampart unlocked. Shockwave unlocked.
It's a good voice, but he doesn't stop talking.
Skarg lost.
Ah, this here is probably a big part of my problems.
Your bombard is under attack. Your minions have entered battle. The Portcullis is a robust door that will seal your dungeon from invaders. Unlike wooden doors, they can be placed side by side to create wide doors and do not require walls to support them. It will open and close automatically to let friendly units through, unless it's toggled to the locked state.
You'll
Does
not
sound
frighten us
good.
with a bloody golem. We eat stone sandwiches for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring this lummox down.
Click the portcullis to lock it, preventing your minions from passing through. Another click will unlock it.
Irishman's asking how is it so far. It's good, but it feels so lacking in a way. So, looks like they have been actually working on this a little bit. Things feel a lot busier, so it's harder to keep a good eye on what's being done by everything. And when the action is going, the action's really going. More so than I can keep track of it, that's for certain.
Your minions are under attack.
Oh jeez, no, let's not have those guys coming out. They, Okay, seems like there's a certain point where they want to go. In that case,
Your
I
wooden
shall
door is under attack.
say no to anyone going there.
Portcullis complete.
So it should be locked up. Yeah, it is. Although, they have a thing or two to say about it. Hopefully I can take care of them without disturbing the level 10ers over there. Which, had I known they were there, I probably would not have gone on a rampage towards them.
Your bombard is under attack.
I have an idea, though. And as ideas go, it's alright.
Your creatures are in combat.
I'm wondering why all this hasn't been claimed. Oh, right, it's full of traps. That's a sizable problem, isn't it?
Your wooden door is under attack.
Where did I put a wooden door? Also, didn't I used to have a wall here? Yeah, I forget the spells I have. This tabbing is not something I'm a fan of. Yeah, prophecy is used to look at what's over in places. So I could, for example, do this. And barely get a whiff of what's going on there. Can I use it again? Yeah, there we go. So I'm wanting to work my way across there and take that out. Small problem of all of these guys here. So let's go and take the fight to them.
Your minions are fighting the enemy.
That's the plan. I wonder if I was meant to do that shifting bond so long ago. Ah, I could also do well to remember that I have a healing spell. So for all my poor little buggers getting injured...
Obey will force a minion to ignore their needs and work at an increased rate for a short time. Excellent for those periods of crunch. Skarg lost.
It's alright, the Skargs know what they're getting in for. They're taking over the central area.
Under attack.
My what? Is that the fancy door?
Your minions are under attack.
Ah, the door can handle it. They are going to be taking a while at that. Tell you what, deal with these top ones. Probably faster to get through. Or even, like, ignore all of them. And we'll just bridge our way over.
Skarg lost.
Time is money and all that. Get some level 5s and stuff out there.
Oculus lost. A cultist is unhappy because it is tired. Your minions are falling in battle.
Way too readily at that.
Your portcullis is under attack.
Oh, jings, yeah, we got slaughtered there. I doubt I have more to just throw at the enemy, but I can always try.
Your minions are dropping like flies.
Yeah, I can see that. Well then, don't you feel the need to stay at... Oh right, I can't pick you up, can I? Yeah, well, they all knew the risks.
A cultist is unhappy because it is tired.
I'm unhappy because I've got a lot less wall than I remember having. Here's the thing, since reinforced walls can be battered down, it's harder to direct focus here. Normally you just wall off part of your dungeon in the original Dungeon Keeper and be like, okay, I won't get attacked from here because I can't. Here, ooh, anywhere is fair game along here.
Replacement Earth complete. A Chunder is unhappy because it is tired.
Ooh, this isn't so good.
Portcullis is under attack.
Do I not have any area of effect things?
Shockwave will cast a powerful blast of eldritch energy, which knocks all minions back, including your own. However, it can only be
Could
used
be a problem.
in your own territory. The enemy has broken through your walls. Your portcullis has been destroyed. Your
This could be a
bombard is
sizable
under attack.
problem.
Replacement Earth complete. Chunder lost. Your minions are under attack.
Oh, this could well be the first restart of the run. They are pouring in here. I can see that.
You can take your rituals and your magic and shove them up your incorporeal arse.
Teaching all sorts of bad words to my minions. Let's work on this. Money, at least, is one thing I do have.
Your bombard is under attack. Portcullis complete.
Yeesh.
Skarg lost. Your portcullis is under attack.
I don't think it's going to last very long either. Oh, and they're just piling up now. This is bad news for me.
Minions are being attacked.
And there's somehow someone hanging around here as well. There's definitely something I'm not picking up on here. I really feel like I'm not spending time having my units just train up and get stronger. I just keep dropping them on battle and then not even really realizing how they are managing themselves. Are they healing up, getting rested? I don't know. I find I've got a very poor overview of what's going on in my own dungeon.
Your bombard is under attack. It's payday.
Jinx.
Your minions are under attack.
This is much more fast-paced than I was expecting out of the game. And perhaps RTS veterans in chat will think this isn't very fast, but certainly faster than anything I'd expect out of a Dungeon Keeper spiritual sequel. There we go, just calm down a bit.
Portcullis complete.
Jeez, they're coming back already. Calm down there. Right, could we at least get this
Portcullis is under
thing
attack.
done, whatever it is? The whole reason of why I'm doing this is a little lost on me. Oh right, yeah, they're here as well. Ritual channeling speed. Da 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 da. Defend your dungeon until the shifting bond ritual is ready to be activated. Well, they don't seem to be working on it. So hurry up on that. Meanwhile, oh dearie me.
Your minions have entered battle. Your portcullis has been destroyed. Your bombard is under attack.
There we go, get that up. Quite fortunate that I have plenty of these as well.
Blade Lotus complete. Your Blade Lotus is under attack. Your bombard has been destroyed. A Chunder is unhappy because it is tired. Your dungeon core is under attack.
A dungeon core? Well, you brought me over to that, but I suspect this is where the problem is.
Your minions are in combat.
There we go. How about that bleeding ritual, though?
Portcullis is under attack.
Well, it has progressed a bit.
Portcullis complete.
Alright, I think I have the situation under control. Barely.
Your Blade Lotus is under attack. Your minions are fighting the enemy.
I appear to be missing some wall again, though. Funny how that works.
One of your minions is unhappy.
Ah, here they come again, but 86%. Get to work, cultists.
Your minions are being attacked.
Could always freeze these buggers, couldn't I? There we go. Just stay there for a bit. Quit giving me grief.
Your portcullis is under attack. Replacement Earth complete. Your
88.
portcullis has been destroyed.
Oh no, I needed that. Man, these Scots just don't give it a rest.
I'll cut you into juicy wee ribbons. Come on, lads. Get at them.
I was also given some other kind of tile I can put down. What was it? Something that gives extra defense? Was it a tile? There's something here. Rampart, probably. Placed around existing defenses. Yeah, here it is.
The
Blocks
rampart
movement.
is a protective barrier that can be placed around an existing defense. Only when it is destroyed will the defensive protected take damage. Skarg lost.
Could be
Your
handy.
Blade Lotus is under attack.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Level 10 is here.
Your minions are under attack.
That, I feel, is about to be a problem for me. Are we even hurting the guy?
Your
Now that
portcullis is under attack.
I'm not so sure. He appears to have plot armor. Can't defeat him. So, I need to get this ritual done first.
Portcullis complete. Your portcullis has been destroyed. The ritual is complete, Underlord. Activate it now to join Raskos in his home realm. Ah, right. There's a bit of blowback when this ritual activates. Here it goes. Raskos, here we come.
Welcome to my home, Underlord. Or what's left of it.
That should teach those ruddy stone munchers a lesson they'll not soon forget. If you've still got a bit of bloodlust, send your unholy consciousness across the ether and enter the realm of Raskos, for there are plenty of Empire dogs that still need to be put down.
See, I worry that the lesson that they won't soon forget is just how easy it is to crush me if you just keep sending wave after wave of dwarves at me. They weren't even particularly nasty enemies, and I was just in over my head there. Oh well, hopefully I can figure stuff out as we go along.
The Empire seems to think that this war is best fought on our own territory, for they enter Raskos's realm in droves. Before you lies the portal through which they mount their assault. Destroy it, and you will cut off their supplies and their single path of retreat.
Very well. Yeah, and Darius, I need to find a pause button so I can actually stop and read what needs to be done.
I
wonder if there is one.
Many of his defeated minions have been brought here and imprisoned by the Empire. This domain has been entirely overrun, and still more reinforcements spill from the portal to the north. While they are well supported, they've made the mistake of imprisoning Raskos's minions. These minions will happily join your cause, if you can liberate them from their greasy jailers.
Actually, I just thought, do we have a pause button? We've got escape. But sometimes I just like to stop and read the things that are in the game here. I feel like I looked for this before and didn't find it, but I will try once again. Oh, there's a game speed. Ah. It's also quick save and quick load. Ooh. But I'm not sure if there's an outright pause button. There isn't a freeze everything so you can look around type of pause, there's just an open up the menus pause screen type pause, I'm afraid. But if you're having trouble with the general game speed, you'll find a game speed slider in the options menu. Allows you to slow everything down considerably to a level you're comfortable with. Oh, that makes it sound so demeaning. Oh, there's game speed though. Yeah, well, I would not mind knocking that one down so I can have a bit of time to actually look at what's going on. But what was the thing for it? It was like page up and page down, control page. There we go. There we go. Still not a pause, but jinx, I just want time to stop and read about what's going on. Like, I had a wall of text on the right-hand side of the screen last time with all the objective and sub-objectives, but I was too busy playing the game to actually stop and read it. This is the Luigi of game options. Well, they did talk about greasy jailers here. Maybe we're going to find pasta breath inside this level. Right, what am I even doing here? Build a beast den, raise an army. That sounds like something I can do. Also, it would feel a lot more natural if the game controls for it. Where are they at? Where was it at? Control pay, no. Increase on plus, decrease on minus. Keep it simple. Perfect, and that's something that my thumb can hit. Right. Oh, now it feels a bit more stronghold to me. Ah, I was wondering why they weren't claiming this. I can only assume... There we go, blood. Something quite large died here. To expand your dungeon across it, you must build a bridge. So space for expansion here is pretty grim in a way. Why would I not just spend all of my mana on workers and then get rid of them when I need my mana for something else? That I don't get. Forget how big this thing needs to be, or doesn't need to be, but we'll get started with something at least.
You can attract more powerful beasts by upgrading your beast den. Open the Veins of Evil and unlock it now.
Upgrade Beast Den to grade 2 out of 3. Yeah.
Beast Den upgraded.
And the larger it is, the more it can attract, as I recall, but I don't know if its shape impacts that. Hopefully not, because I just want to throw it around here altogether.
Sufficient gold.
Ooh, that's my least favorite kind of gold. Thinking about that, where is the gold here? Go out and find me the gold, my little minions.
An Oculus has entered your dungeon.
Still can't believe there's no hotkey for possessing them, but I will possess you and go and figure out what's out there. Oh, it's just walls. Does the blood hurt you? Oh yeah, they don't go up or down either, do they? That's that's so sad. Alright, we're gonna go and liberate then? Or is the implication here that I need an actual number of units and not just one Oculus and one Scarg? Nonsense, I'm sure it's fine. To work.
A shadow has entered your dungeon. The shadow slinks along darkened corridors and seeks out the strongest foes it can find. And when it strikes, it will do so with deadly precision, leaving them a crumpled mess of giblets before vanishing back to the dark.
Probably gonna need food at some point, so...
Use your beasts to overrun the outpost to the north and free Raskos's minions. There are many prisons holding Raskos's minions, but once your workers have claimed them, they will be freed and gladly fight to avenge their former master. Prisons are
Yoink.
an excellent place to deposit defeated enemies. Let them age like a fine wine while you decide what to do with them.
In Dungeon Keeper, that usually created quite a hassle.
Terror will aid your attempts to free my minions. Its terrifying screech heralds my revenge.
As Raskos suggested, the Bafu is indeed a terrifying force of wing and claw. While sightless, it has no trouble finding foes, and will easily slice your enemies to ribbons with its terrifying strikes.
There we go. Onwards, my minions. Actually, I should probably tell them to get out with that. Food for my people at the very least. Now, did I get actual units or just beasts? Nah, it looks like there are actual units here, so they're probably going to want things like lairs and taverns.
Bafu has entered your dungeon.
So, what was lair under here? Here we go. There's a lair for you. Well, there's a thought. I wonder if this isn't really a build-up map. It's just a kill and keep moving kind of map. Oh, wouldn't put it past it. Especially since the units I got were fairly high-leveled already. Oh, and there's stuff for me to get. Right. Never mind building then. Waste of time. There's still space for me to expand to? Well, if nothing else, I'm taking this over, so it'll be training rooms, food, money. Oh, right. Slow down so I can actually read the stuff here. Use the minions and your beasts to seize the dwarven outpost to the east. Going east, are we? Claim the torture chamber. Right, so it's going to tell me how to use the torture chamber to whip people over to my side. I understand.
You claimed a perception shrine.
I suppose this is up to the explosive finale. Quite like the bloody walls and all that we have here in What's-His-Face's Dominion. Well, let's get to work, folks. There's killing to be done. How fast does it go? I can't just hold it down, I have to mash. Oh, it only goes up to 150. Is that the torture room? That looks quite torturous. Well, let's not get carried away. It could just be the grilling room. Okay, here are our minions busy being tortured. Doesn't look that bad, really. Hang on. If we slow down and I find that question mark thing, I can get some info on these guys that we're fighting.
The Empire's warden is a dwarven warrior. The Empire's cunning inquisitor uses his torture chamber to corrupt your minions to the Imperial cause. He is particularly insidious against magical opponents. Shadow lost.
So much for selling me on how good the shadow was. I wonder if this game has the equivalent to the Dark Mistress who enjoys time in the torture chamber. Oh! Okay, I really hope that that guy's not going to be popping out and giving me a hard time. Level 10ers.
You've claimed a torture chamber. This room can be used to corrupt or execute imprisoned enemy minions. Or your own, if you woke up feeling particularly nasty. These racks have two modes. The first will allow your succubi to corrupt enemy units and bring them under your dominion. Alternatively, you can click the prop to toggle it to its execution mode, which will burn the unfortunate victim to a crisp, spawning a spirit for you to...
A little curious about this guy.
The Empire's infectious bard inhabits the tavern, singing songs of wonderment, supposedly intended to raise the morale of his allies.
It looks like that villainous guy that shows up in Pizzarific's song.
These vicious temptresses are happy to ensure that guests of your torture chamber are comfortable during their stay.
That's nice.
In battle, they will seduce their targets with a charming wave of their demon hand, leaving them helplessly infatuated.
Torture the bard. Right, so I get this bard, and my goal is to roast the poor guy. It's not lazy town here for you.
Have you still not destroyed the portal? Time is short for me, Underlord. Please, get a move on.
I think he's having a good time there. Look at that big old smile on his face. Oh, he's doing just fine. Hopefully my units are sauntering over to grab their money for payday. Oh, they would have gotten it here nice and easily, so I can't imagine that's going to be an issue. Taking all my money. How could they? Right, prevent further reinforcements by destroying the portal to the north. We had an eye on that, didn't we? Well then, up and at him. Jake and his Swedish dentist. He didn't light a fire under me. But the grinding of those spiky things might not be too far off.
Is unhappy because it hasn't been paid.
It had plenty of time to go and get paid. I'm not listening to any of that. Get on out there. Whoa, there's a few of them.
Shadow lost. You have insufficient mana to cast that spell.
Nobody's perfect.
Skarg lost.
I actually don't want them breaking down these doors. There could be nasty things behind there. So, call Canny on the... Okay, no, they're committed. Okay. Well, that might not be too bad if they go and find all that money for me, but let's not go over... Okay. They seem quite intent on going over there. Been spooked by getting those level 10s on the previous mission.
Underlord, your dungeon core is being attacked.
How do they even get over there? Well, I don't think this one tiny guy is much of a problem.
Because it hasn't been played. Your prison cannot house additional prisoners. Your minions are fighting the enemy.
You know, at this point, I'm not really sure I want... Well, seems to be the whole thing about this level.
My beard needs a rest.
They seem to be getting out. Do you need to put them directly on those? Alright, so the KO'd ones are being brought to the prison. I was never the biggest fan of doing this. But it seems like that might be quite useful for this this mission. Since it doesn't seem to be about building up that much of a base. Didn't you have a no minions allowed flag to us? Yeah, I recall that.
Your prison cannot house additional prisoners.
Well then, just kill them.
A bard has been corrupted in your torture chamber.
Here we go. Has the description changed for him, though?
Ask away. The Empire's
No.
infectious bard inhabits the tavern, singing songs of wonderment, supposedly intended to raise the morale of his allies.
Could you?
Your tavern has run out of stock. A vanguard has been converted in your torture chamber.
How does this work again?
A warden has been corrupted in your torture chamber.
I'm unsure if I'm doing this faster than the other guy. I'm going to mash right click to do this, which feels a little off. But there's the thing, I'm just full of Dungeon Keeper expectations. I should be able to strafe forward really fast, mashing left click, claiming everything underneath.
You've discovered a perception shrine.
Sure, we've discovered lots of things. Okay. Can these not be claimed or something? Neutral bridge cannot be sold or destroyed. Well, claim it then. This guy's problem. Well, it matters not. Let's just look at this. Do we die on the blood? No, we don't.
A large force of Raskos's minions lies to the west. However, it looks heavily defended. If you feel confident with your army's strength, you should head to the east, for there are no reinforcements to be gained. You will encounter far less opposition.
How about that? Couldn't I just ravage my... No, this is impenetrable rock. Well, I'll be honest, I don't feel that confident with my army, but I'm gonna throw them in anyway, because who cares?
Hungry for battle, Underlord?
Definitely.
The Empire's infectious bard inhabits the tavern, singing songs of wonderment, supposedly intended to raise the morale of his allies.
You're buggered now.
You're buggered now, jeez. Right then, on we go.
It's time for visiting hours.
Oh, it's time to march our way north.
Your creatures are in combat.
Sorry, lads. There's no more room in the inn. We'll just have to kill you.
I have a feeling I am letting myself run a little thin here. It's okay, just press on. I'm sure it'll be fine. With the bard by my side, we surely can't fail after all.
Your minions are in combat. Shadow lost.
They know what they're doing. Actually, do they? Hard to tell how they're performing. Probably not well if I'm being told that. But the bard is still there. It's a bit insidious the way he keeps yelling, "Look at my."
Your minions are under attack.
Whether the bard smashes things and then plays a nice little song. Not bad, I suppose. Alright, we should cancel that and let everybody go back and rest up a bit. I think I dug a little too deeply and a little too greedily with all of that.
A minion is unhappy because it hasn't slept lately.
Let them go back, let them sleep. Actually, do I really have space for any of that stuff? There doesn't feel to be so much of a building element.
Your creatures are in combat.
I'm gonna hurt. Get me out of this thing. She hell to wash it down. I'm gonna hurt.
Payday has come again.
Does that? I do like that bard, though. Be interested in having an all-bard army.
I'd apologize for leaving no gold for you, but I never really expected another of my kind to come here.
You bring up a good point about that gold. I could increase the size of my beastly den and attract more of the beasts in. I like them. They just come along, they're free, and as far as I can tell, they don't need upkeep.
Dungeon is driving me mental.
He doesn't seem happy with my dungeon. What's the problem?
Your minions are revolting against you, Underlord.
That's okay.
Gnarling is unhappy because it hasn't been paid.
Then go and get your money, Jinx.
Your creatures are in combat.
In a hole.
Alright, let's see how the bard does here. Well, he's awfully tired, but damn, does he slam down the damage. Nice tune.
Your minions are in combat. A minion is unhappy because it hasn't slept lately.
Do I have any more torture chambers? Or is that my lot? That could be my lot.
Your prison is overcrowded. Captives may escape.
Don't I have a way to kill my captives?
A minion is unhappy because it can't go to bed. Your prison is at capacity, Underlord.
Alright, I definitely need to build up more of a base, but I don't really feel like I have the space for making a base. Could sell off some things to... Are you a... I think you're a training area. Yeah, to hell with that. Oh, it hasn't been claimed yet.
Your minions have entered battle.
Too much dossing around. We should just get in here. Then again, level 6, level 8, 7. Oh, ribbons, that's... Doesn't look good for me. Let's claim the gold first. And also maybe give them a wee place to go to sleep. There you go. You need a place to sleep, you can go there. Throw them into the tap. Yeah, could you do that? Would alternative meat suffice? Oh, Bard. I want Bard on my side. But we're too busy torturing the Scots. A worthy expenditure of time, but...
Your minions are being attacked. Captives are likely to escape your overcrowded prison.
There we go. Down they go, and out comes the red meat or black. Alright, let's just throw all these lives away like we don't care about them. I'm sure we can beat this down. As long as we have the Bard by our side, we'll be okay.
One of your minions is angry because it hasn't been paid.
Get your money right there.
All right, you mangy dogs. If it's a scrap you want, I'll send you packing back to hell.
I wonder about that one.
It seems yet another of this doomed clan wishes to die by your vile hand.
Bloody these rats are nibbling away at me.
Bring it all down.
I'll take you to the cleaners. I can't believe it's over.
That was anticlimactic.
Excellently done. That's 2 brothers downed in a single day. I do so love this job.
Oh, I might sound a bit different today, Yoshiba-san. I was out last night enjoying quite a bit of whiskey and
With no way out,
some
they'll
other
be
horrific
sure to
stuff.
increase their pressure against Raskos. Move swiftly, or I fear your victory here will be a hollow one indeed.
You know, I'm really having second thoughts about this game. It seemed so good when I played it for the first half hour. And I still think the game is good, but I think this campaign is just terrible. Granted, I've only played, what, 6 missions of it now? Yeah, we did 5 and 6 just now, but it's absurdly fast, just packed with too many things to care about, and I'm not doing what I want to do in this game, which is to build up my lovely dungeon. It feels so much more RTS than I'm going for. I'm really thinking I don't want to keep playing this. It's just really disappointing. I have a feeling that the campaign is what's letting me down here, though. Perhaps the game is a bit better in free play, though. But I think this is kind of punishment on me for not putting things up to a vote. I'll sort that tomorrow. I will put up a vote for the real next long play, because this game has fallen flat on its face. And again, I think the game's good, but I think this campaign is just awful. I don't feel like I've done anything meaningful throughout all of this, all whilst being drowned in a whirlpool of information. There was no vote for this, right? Correct. This is all at my discretion. And that usurpation of democracy is coming to bite me in the rear end. Okay, that's what I'll do. It'll be the 3rd one marked in red on the long play list, which is put it... Well, that's like 3 out of 30 something. Not too bad. I had high hopes for you, War of the Overworld, but I have been thoroughly disappointed by this campaign. Okay, I'll come up with a vote for tomorrow, and there's also a couple of Patreon games coming tomorrow, that's right. Some Harvest Moon and some Conquest of Elysium 5. Remember when I used to play good games here? I remember those days. Okay, right, until I'm back then, it's a cheers from me, and a cheerio.